Classified on topic 2, atoms, elements, and compounds. This question is from November 2022. Atoms and ions are made from small particles called electrons, neutrons, and protons. Complete the table. We have here the particle, the relative charge, and the relative mass. The electron has a charge of -1. What about the neutron? The neutron doesn't have a charge. The proton has positive charge. What about the relative mass of the neutron? It's equal to 1, and the relative mass of the proton is equal to 1 as well. Information about atoms and ions A, B, and C is shown in the table. Complete the table. Atom or ion A, B, and C. The number of electrons in atom or ion A is 18. Number of neutrons, we have to find it. The number of protons is equal to 20, and here it's given the symbol with the proton number and the mass number. So we have here an ion of calcium. 2 positive charge means loss of 2 electrons. So here 42 and 20. So 20 is the proton number. What about the neutrons? So the number of neutrons is equal to the mass number, which is 42, minus the proton number, which is 20. So the answer is 22. So the number of neutrons is equal to 22. And why the number of electrons here is equal to 18 and not 20? Because here it's an ion, we have loss of 2 electrons. What about atom or ion B? Here it's only given the number of neutrons, and it's given the symbol chlorine 35, 17. 17 is the proton number, so the number of protons is equal to 17. And since here it's not an ion, it doesn't have a charge, so this means the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So the number of electrons is equal to 17 as well. What about atom or ion C? We have number of protons 16. So the proton number 16, if we look at the periodic table, which element has the proton number 16? It is sulfur. So the proton number is equal to 16. What about the number of neutrons? It's already given 16. The mass number is equal to 32. Here the number of electrons is equal to 18. A number of protons 16, so the number of protons is not equal to the number of electrons. This means here the atom sulfur has gained 2 electrons. So gaining 2 electrons, this means it has 2 negative charges. Next, question 2. The table shows the melting points, the boiling points, the electrical conductivities of 6 substances, D, E, F, G, H, and I. So here we have the table with the melting points, boiling points, and the conductivity when solid and the conductivity when liquid. Identify the substances D, E, F, G, H, or I, which is. Okay, which substance is a liquid at 25 degrees Celsius? What do we mean by this? A liquid at 25, this means the boiling point should be above 25 and the melting point should be below 25. So which substance here has a melting point below 25? Below 25 is -117 and -210. So it is E or H. What about the boiling point? The boiling point should be above 25. Above 25, this is the 79. So here our substance is E. The next one, substance which is a gas at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, a gas at 25. So this is the 25 degrees Celsius. This means melting point and the boiling point are both below 25. So let's check here. We need a substance having a melting point and a boiling point below 25. So here it is substance H. A solid consisting of simple molecules at 25 degrees Celsius. So here it should be a solid at 25 degrees Celsius. At the same time, it's a simple molecule, so it is a covalent molecule. So we are dealing with a solid at 25 degrees Celsius. What does this mean? A solid at 25 degrees Celsius. This means that the melting point and the boiling point is above 25. So which substances here have a melting point and a boiling point above 25? It could be D or F or G or I. Why it is not D? Why D is a wrong choice? Because D conducts electricity when solid and when liquid, and simple covalent molecules do not conduct electricity. Okay, what about F? The melting point and the boiling point above 25, but it's very high melting and boiling point, and the simple covalent molecules, they have low boiling and melting points. So F is wrong. What about G? No conduction of electricity. On the other hand, low boiling and melting points, so G is correct. Why I is not correct? Because I conducts electricity when it is liquid. So the answer is G. The next question, identify the substance which is a metal. Give a reason for your choice. So which substance is a metal? If we look at the table, of course, D is a metal. Why D is a metal? Why it's a metal? It has a high boiling and melting points. Also, it conducts electricity when solid and liquid. So the answer is D. The reason is conduct electricity when solid and liquid. Question number C, identify the substance which has macromolecular structure. Give 2 reasons for your choice. Macromolecular structure means I have a high melting and boiling point and I do not conduct electricity. Which one has a macromolecular structure? Substance F. Why substance F? If we look at the table, we'll find that substance F has a high melting point and boiling point. Also, it doesn't conduct electricity. Reason 1, high melting point and boiling point. Reason number 2, non-conductor of electricity. Question D. Identify the substance which is an ionic solid. Give a reason for your choice. A characteristic of the ionic compounds is that they conduct electricity when only in the liquid state. So which substance here conducts electricity when it is liquid and not solid? Substance I. So this is a proof that it is an ionic solid. So substance I, the reason is the conduction of electricity when liquid and not when solid. The next question, complete the dot and cross diagram to show the electron arrangement in a molecule of phosphorus trichloride. Show outer shell electrons only. If we look at the periodic table, we'll find that phosphorus is in group 5. It has 15 electrons. The electronic configuration is 2, 8, and 5. So it has 5 electrons in the outermost shell, so it shares 3 electrons. What about the chlorine? Has 17 electrons, 2, 8, and 7. So chlorine shares 1 electron. So chlorine has 7 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What about the phosphorus? The phosphorus has 5 electrons and it shares 3 electrons. Phosphorus 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.